the nice thing about Pfida, and I often repeat this to my team, it was basically built by the community, for the community. We're very much a grassroots community-led institution. And what I mean by that is we're quite unconventional in terms of, yes, we're a fintech, but quite an unconventional fintech. So most fintechs, you know, the founder has an idea, goes and gets some venture funding, and then basically just raises loads of money before even doing anything, and then is pretty much beholden to those venture masters and maybe gets pulled in different directions. We basically didn't raise external funding for the first 5 years, right? And we started funding homes and became cash flow positive before we ever raised any external capital. When I say external capital, I mean cash. What we had was capital in the form of labor. So we had loads of people saying, hey, I've heard what you're doing, love what you're building, let me know if you need any help. Yeah. So for example, our tech platform, which we're very proud of, we had a team of 5 software developers building that for us on their evenings and weekends for free, just because they wanted to support the venture, wow. Right? We basically had no funding. We just bootstrapped completely, but we managed to build this all singing, all dancing tech platform. We had no funding, but we managed to get all of our legal infrastructure in place. And that involved getting opinions from some of the top barristers in the land. So one barrister in particular, a guy called David Southern, he's a legend when it comes to sort of tax affairs, and he's very Googleable, right? And there were some barristers, you know, quoting £50,000, £100,000, which we just would never have been able to afford. And he said, you know, what you're doing is really interesting. He's at the top of his game. He's earned his money, right? So just purely academically, he said, I'd love to help you guys. And he charged us £2,000, and he gave us that same opinion that other barristers were charging £50,000 to £100,000 for, right? So when I say a community institution, I'm not talking about the Muslim community, I'm talking about the community in general. And we've had conversations with CEOs of banks who, you know, their bread and butter is driving riba and debt in the economy. And when we've explained what we're doing, they've said, oh, my children would benefit from this. And they're really interested in what we're doing and, you know, keen to support. And this is the barakah that Allah has put in, you know, what we're building. And I truly believe this, that we are trying to serve Allah, and therefore we can rely on Allah's support. I truly believe this. And actually, when I gave up my job initially, that's, you know, giving up your job, particularly when you've got a very lucrative job, paying you more than, frankly, you know what to do with, that's a hard decision to make, right? And I had a mantra to sort of keep me going in those early days, that you take a step to Allah, He comes running towards you. And I had to repeat that to myself to just keep myself going and sort of remind me why I was doing it and why I'm not insane for doing it, right?